Are you playing Azami correctly? Let me explain. I'm going to quickly go over 4 main points of playing Azami that once you understand, you can fly through the ranks. So stick around to the end of the video to see all the strategies I'm going to show you. Now, Azami's main point, or her sole purpose, is to create lines of sight or angles for your team. By that, I mean, you'll be creating lines of sight such as this, but you'll be creating an off angle with your Azami barricade. So, for instance, if we put a Azami barricade on the top of the door, we put an Azami barricade right on this tag right here, gives you a nice vert angle on the opponent right here. So you see where I'm shooting? There's no way you're going to be able to shoot back at this. This is such a deadly angle, and these are the kind of things that you need to think about while playing Azami. Now, number 2, you need to also cover doorways in late round. By this I mean you almost never want to throw in a Azami barricade on the side of a door like this, especially at the beginning of the round. If you're going to do something like this, you might as well play castle. But if you cover up the doorways like this, they can still beat it down. But also, if you have teammates that are coming back in from sight like your roamers, then it'll make it extremely hard for them to get back in without making a lot of noise and could possibly lose you a round. Now, here's another point as well. Okay, so let's say the attackers have blown open this wall here that's normally reinforced. Now, if there's somebody rotating back in from bedroom, they're picked off. They're done. Your job as Azami, number 3, is to cover rotates. So, for example, if I throw an Azami here on the edge of this desk, and if attackers were coming in through this hole here that they made, they can no longer see through that rotate hole that's normally there. So it'll protect your defenders as they go and go after bomb if it's been planted, and they can play off this Azami just like this. So it is very beneficial to your team. So the 4th and final step of playing Azami is you need to funnel/scare your attackers away from going in certain places that you don't want. But it's also advantageous for you because you already know that they're not going to go where you originally think. So for instance, let's say you have this set up again, okay? If you're an attacker and you see this setup here, or if you're coming up the stairs, you're going to see that Azami back here. You're going to assume that there's an Azami back there that's got her eye on you. So you're not going to push that. And normally those 2 walls there are reinforced. So they're probably going to try and swing this over here. So as you move these attackers away from this point over here, you have a head hole here. So as they rotate back on this, you'll be able to pick them off. So these are just a few examples that I have to help you win your games and raise your KD. But I'm going to show you some extra things. So now we're going to go into the basement of Chalet. I'm going to show you some things that are down here. So once you get in your prep phase, you want to go to the second wine bottle here. Throw it right on that wood slat right there. You have a nice angle peak right here on the doorway. For your second Azami, I would put it on the corner of this table right here. So basically you want to put it right on the edge of the table as far away as you can. It'll give you a super nice head peak on this doorway right here. Nobody will be able to contest you. Now for your third Azami, so if you have an Azami right here, the best they can do is, squat down like this, but you're going to see them way before they're going to be able to see you. For your next Azami barricade, like I said, I'd probably throw it up here. And this will give you a nice angle to shoot the feet of anybody coming down these stairs over here. For your last Azami barricade, I'd probably put it on the jet ski right here. That way, whenever you have your rotate over here, if you have one, then it'll guard you to make that rotate safely, where you can get on both sides of it. Now let's say we're playing on coastline this time. Normally there's a rotate right here. Well, that exposes you all to this doorway right here if anybody chooses to swing it. So right on this whiskey glass right here with a cigar in it, you want to put your Azami barricade right on that. This will protect anybody that is coming back through the rotate. My next barricade normally goes right here on the staircase. This will give you a nice head peak on anybody that's coming to contest you down here, trying to come up these staircase. It just is a lot more protected for you to be on that than it is for them to be down there. Another great one on coastline here is if you normally have people that repel on this window. Super dangerous for anybody that's coming in through rotate or just being in this room at all. So normally I'll put in a Azami barricade right on this slat right here. And then I'll cover up and protect anybody that's on this side of the bomb. But you can also still shoot them if you come on this side of it. And here's another good setup for the hallway if you're trying to contest the hallway. Set it up on this wall right here. and then above this doorway right here. And that way, you're on this barricade here, you can see all the way to the red mats back there. But if they're back here, there's no way that they're going to be able to get a shot off on you. So for our next strategy, we're going to hop over to Canal. What I normally do is I put a barricade right here on the top, like this. So there's one, and then we'll put a second on there as well. That way, if somebody's on this doorway right here, or I guess it's not a doorway, but this half wall, then they'll be able to shoot the feet of anybody that's coming and pushing up from this window or this staircase over here. And just so you can see, this is the angle from the person that's pushing. They have no idea. The only way for them to get an angle on you is for them to lay down, and it's just impossible for that to happen. For next barricade, I like to put it on the bomb here, and this will protect that same person. For the last two, I would recommend to put one at the top of this doorway right here, but also I would put one right here on this desk. That way it gives you a nice vertical angle on whoever's trying to push this doorway right here. And just so you can see it from their point of view. They're not going to be able to get you at all whatsoever unless they lay down. So for our last spots, we're going to head over to Oregon. Our first placement, we're going to go over to this doorway right here. We're going to crouch. We're going to put this Azami barricade about as low as it'll go while we're pushing our head up against the frame of that door. If we stay there, it'll kind of make this V shape like that. Our next Azami barricade, as you see about right here, that imperfection in the doorway, we'll throw our Azami barricade right there. That way, if we lay down, it gives us a nasty angle right here on anybody peeking this doorway. I've gotten several kills like this, and I bet you will too. For our next barricade, it's for anybody that's sitting back in this corner over here. So we'll basically put it right in the middle of this square right here of this shelf. In doing that, will give us an angle on people's feet that are coming in that doorway right there while keeping our head protected. Just a really good angle, and I bet it'll work for anybody that tries to use it. So for our last barricade, if you have people that are watching this doorway and you think that somebody else is going to be coming up from behind you for a flank, I would open up this right here. That way it's vaultable. You can swing it if you need to. Go back over here, you know, watch the window if you need be. But also, put a barricade right here. That way, if you have to trap and get behind this like that, it'll give you a nice head peek, but also it'll give you a nice vert angle on anybody that's coming back up the stairs. So if any of these strategies helped you out, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you'd like to see anything else. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.